Welcome to my next video. In this video we're going to look at Terebridae, and I'll just scan those. Then we'll look at Turritellidae and Potamididae, and then we'll finish with Turritellidae. I guess the only thing linking all of these shells is their shape, most of them being long and slim. All right, so we have a look. Most of the Terebras I have are from the Indo-Pacific. A few exceptions, such as in that drawer. Some beautiful ones there from the Americas, that beautiful striped one there. Truly stunning. There's some very well-known ones from the Indo-Pacific. Guittata, great excitement when I found that one on a trip to Queensland. I felt I had won the lottery. These get somewhat larger. I'm surprised I don't have larger specimens, but that's what my collecting has been limited to. In here, all Australian, WA and Northern Territory, primarily in there from memory. Oh no, there's also some Queensland there as well. And then we have, I have to point out this one, Camaculata from Indonesia. Quite easy to obtain nowadays. They're obviously collecting quite frequently in the areas they can be found. Terebridae always fascinated me as a shell. Beautiful shell that. I've only ever found that on a couple of occasions. So I don't think it's very common at all. And then this one, beautiful shell from the Philippines, Mactenensis. The sculpture almost looks like it's an epitonium. Beautiful sculpture there. It's another one with similar sculpture down here. Fujiensis also has that sort of almost epitonium-like sculpture. And I'll just have a little bit of a glance over what's there. I could do a lot more talking about them, but I've got to get through 4 different groups, so I'm just aware at the time. Here we have some well-known ones from Indo-Pacific. There's got some Taiwan and India there. Crenulata, beautiful shell, reminds me of the trip I did collecting back in the 80s. Makes me nostalgic and want to go back and do some more collecting there. Here are some local ones. Walkeri, interesting one that occasionally find. Certainly not common. Some nice little ones there, like Craki and Vanillus. I'm calling that Textilis. And this one, I never know not sure what this one is, Stern's Eye, because there's quite a few that are similar, shallow water, deep water. There's a couple of trawled specimens. I'm not sure, though they're probably the same species, but are the same species as that. And then to add to the complication of these specimens, I'm calling that Stern's Eye. I'm calling that compared to Camaculata. This one I think is Lima, but that smaller one I'm not sure about. And then this one, I really don't know what to call that one. But yeah, interesting to get shells in the trawlers where they're hard to identify, always in the hope there might be a new species. There's our largest Terebra, Maculata. That largest one's about just over 20 centimeters, and that smallest one there is about 1 centimeter. So a huge range, most of those from Australia, with the exception of that very large one from the Philippines. But I know in WA, you can certainly get ones that size and larger. some other related, and finish off with that one, probably our most common shell, Terebra, across the top of Australia, Australis, and duplicata, is that a similar shell? I'm not sure, but I'm calling this one Australis. And nice range of colours there. Lovely shell and common. Right, let's now go and have a look at this next draw. One I've put here called the Living Fossil. There's the name there, collected from Albany. They grow much larger than that one. That largest one I've got there is just over 18 centimetres. Telescopium there, local shells. All Australian in that draw, most local, except for that one from New South Wales and that one from Western Australia. Then we've got the rest is mainly seraphs and some beautiful shells there. A couple I have to point out. This one is Clava, collected from Irian. This is another Potamididae. There's the details there. That one is from Gambia. But lovely spines and sculpture. Certainly helps it stand out in that family group. One that I always find interesting and think it's misplaced in Turritellidae, but obviously that's where it goes. Gormii. Beautiful shell. You can get that in Australia, but I haven't been successful in finding it in Australia. And then we have this beautiful shell, which comes up from Nobilis. Oh, what an apt name. Okay, very large. That largest one there is about 18 centimetres, if my memory serves me correctly. All right, and now let's just look at the last draw here. Oh, I haven't looked, yeah, we haven't looked at those. All right, some interesting, you can get a nice range of colours with sulcata. Interesting shell, worth going into mangrove swamps to find that family. And here we have, we'll just finish with Turritellidae. Only the tip of the iceberg as far as this family is concerned. There's no more than about 40 species there, although I've got a few micro shells that would be in this family, and I believe there's about 130 species, so I've got a long way to go, but that of course always adds interest to any shelling trip. Always the possibility of adding a new species to your collection. So I hope you found that interesting. I'll just scan in some local shells. Local shells, again, if there's a lot there, chances are they're local, because I've done many collecting trips and just one or two on a trip soon mounts up. All right. Oh, and that's lovely colour forms with Fasciata, North Queensland and Hawaii. And there's many other patterns involved with that shell. All right, thank you.